Family, that was lifted right here on the morning drive with FD and Lavinia. Good morning.
Thank you so much for having us on. Hope you're having a good start to your morning. We are going live, or we are live on Facebook right now with Alderic Teo, who is a food hunter and home cook. We know Alderic. He's been on the show many, many times. Thanks for joining us again, guy.
Thank you for having me back.
Awesome stuff. So, Battle of the Bak Chor Mees. We'll get into that in a while.
But first, we have to ask you, Alderic. We had a discussion the previous hour. You know, when was your first kiss and where? Can you tell us about your first kiss?
First kiss?
Yeah. Oh, kiss too many, yeah.
Is it bad to say that I forgot?
No, it just means it wasn't that good.
But I can remember what's my first Bak Chor Mee with you.
No way! Well, he is true, the food hunter himself. Alrighty, so yeah, where was
his first Bak Chor Mee?
First Bak Chor Mee was in Taman Jurong S11, the one next to the hawker center, and I had it tap out when I was I was pretty old. I think it was like 13. So it wasn't like when I was young.
Really?
Yeah.
You only had your first Bak Chor Mee when you were 13?
I believe
Nice.
I believe so.
Wow, it must have been really good because you actually remember that over a first kiss.
Okay, so Bak Chor Mee, this is the battle of the Bak Chor Mee.
Yes.
We're going to talk about where you've been and what you're doing. Bak Chor Mee, soup or dry? Straight up, soup or dry?
Ooh. At the risk of offending people, it's almost definitely dry.
Huh?
Because if you... Okay. But which case should I present first? The dry case or the soup case?
Up to you, man.
If you go soup noodle, pork soup noodle, right?
Yeah.
There is a lot of competition. You talk about ramen, you talk about Chinese ramen, pho. Pho is beef. But in comparison to the alternatives, it's not strong. But if you go for dry Bak Chor Mee, the combination of sambal, lard, soy sauce, and vinegar, this combination of salt, fat, acid, and heat makes it one of the in my opinion, one of the most competitive dry tossed egg noodle dishes in the region.
Okay,
I'll pit it against any egg noodle because in this region we have a lot of egg noodles.
Yeah.
Banh Mi grill from Thailand. If you can even consider wonton mee in this conversation.
Yes.
But Bak Chor Mee in this proportion is the best. I feel like it's so easy to be good.
Yes. Okay.
But I would imagine it would be so easy to be bad if you got it wrong.
That's the beauty of it. You can be bad if you just overcook the noodles and it's soggy and then nobody likes it. But if you just avoid that mistake, I argue that it's actually so easy to be good. It's so
interesting.
Try and remember the last bad Bak Chor Mee you had. Or rather, try to remember the last 10 Bak Chor Mees and how many of them were actually like bad.
I wouldn't say that any of them were bad.
True.
Actually, that's a good point. I wouldn't say any of them were bad. Some were they were okay. You know what I mean? And some were like, wow, right? But they were never bad.
They were never
very
bad.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's a very
good point. That is
point.
very, very true.
Yeah.
So you said it's the combination of the
heat, fat,
the heat,
salt.
fat, the salt, the soy sauce,
the four condiments,
the four condiments, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go onto Facebook Live, and I'm gonna ask you one question. I want to see what your answer will be.
Oh,
good time.
So we're on Facebook Live. You're gonna see a question run across the bottom of the screen and answer that correctly, and you've got a great prize to win.
That's right. This is $150 worth of dining vouchers from the Braised House located in Serangoon. It's all about very authentic local Chinese braised cuisine with a modern twist. They've got plenty of great family recipes that you will get to try. We're talking about like home-style comfort brought right to your table. They've got signature bowls, and you can check them out at their Instagram, The Braised House.
So vinegar, pork lard, chili, soy, right?
Yes.
Chili soy.
Yeah.
Soy sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which element is the most important, the make or break?
Yeah.
And which element, is there any element you can just drop out?
Wow.
Drop out is tough. I'm going to take the make or break one.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely sambal. It powers a lot of the flavor behind it. So some people use sambal, some people use hebi hiam, which is like a shrimp.
Yeah.
Then some people use ikan bilis to power their noodles. So that is the base of a lot of the umami. But I cannot cut anything out because lard gives it that richness.
Right.
Everybody loves that lard. And then soy sauce gives it that saltiness to season the noodles.
Yeah.
And then the most interesting one of them all is vinegar. So some people like it super heavy and it's like almost sour noodles.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the best ones I've seen so far, the use of it is so subtle that you kind of question whether did they put vinegar. But at the end of the bowl, right, you know that the flavor is so heavy, and yet you don't feel like it's cloying or that you're tired of the flavor.
Yeah.
There seems to be some sort of component trying to like alleviate the whole richness of everything. So vinegar is the one that I'm most interested in at this point of the search, because different places use it differently. Some people want to put it in the forefront and like be part of the flavor profile.
Yeah.
Some people use it as the support.
Interesting. So you're saying at this point, how far are you on this battle so far?
Better. I'm at the YouTube audience will know that this is episode 3. So it's west, east, and south.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have shot until north and the first part of central. Central gets 2 episodes because it's a greater density.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, my goodness.
So
what
you
a
see,
journey.
this guy is amazing. How much he puts
It's my
into
first
each.
time meeting you and like really understanding like just what you put into making each of every one of those amazing videos that you put out on your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
So let's talk noodle texture.
Yes.
You've sampled mee pok, mee kia, cooked at different levels. What's your ideal noodle and texture? Perfect bowl.
I feel like mee pok is iconic to the dish.
Okay.
Obviously, I understand the appeal of mee kia is the more typical sort of noodle style.
Yeah.
But I like mee pok better. But if you talk about noodle texture, then you have to talk about alkaline levels. You have talked about the amount of eggs that go into the noodles.
Right.
And how people want to present that.
Right.
And talk about washing off the starch with a cold basin.
Yeah.
So there's this technique where there's a lot of starch in noodles.
Yes.
So you want to wash it off so that
Okay.
it doesn't get sticky when it goes to the customer.
Whoa.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that's practiced by all you've seen so far? Or
The
like-
better ones. Yeah, I think some people skip that step, and sometimes based on how they make the noodles, the composition, they can get away with it. Yeah, but I would think it's probably good practice to always have that. Yeah.
We've spoken to you a few times, and you center around flavors and mixtures and how these mixtures work and explode in your mouth. And does price ever play a part in your judging?
Yes, and in a way that is not really expected. I love expensive hawker food.
Okay.
I feel that if you give hawkers the extra $2-3, so it's normally $5, you give them $7, $8, $9, right?
Yeah.
It frees them up. So they are capable of showing you what they can show you what they are capable of.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. That's interesting.
And this $2-3 is not like, I slap on extra 2-3 prawns. I'm not really very interested in that value proposition.
Okay.
I'm interested that this margin will let them do everything the right way. You invest in their stock base, you get better noodle quality.
Okay.
So I'm
encourage it.
almost biased towards hawkers that dare to charge more. But at the same time, there's a risk, because if you charge more and
it's not good.
I can tell that it's fluff. Like you're gonna throw a piece of salmon on top of everything, and then you just raise the $3. Then this is not what I'm after.
Yeah.
That's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting a way of looking at it.
So, if you look at Singaporeans now, right? We go for a meal. After the meal, we're drinking gallons of water, and the first thing we go is, a lot of MSG. Where do you stand on MSG? Okay, not okay? Should be used, shouldn't be used?
MSG is really severely misunderstood.
I agree with you.
It's severely
Because this one's a cook, no? This one lasts to cook.
No, but I love MSG, and I think it's been vilified wrongly.
I will go off for half an hour on this. But okay.
No. Tell us why. Tell us why.
The most important point is that people misunderstand MSG as a thing that you can add, and then it makes everything better. Those people never cooked before. I straight up tell you.
Yep.
MSG is just the cherry on top. It's not even the cherry on top. If you have, the analogy I give is that if you have ever edited photos before in Instagram or Photoshop, right, it's the highlight slider. It just makes things pop a little bit. you should have a very good photo coming in with your color balance and everything shot and your composition done properly. And then MSG is just that push.
Yeah, yeah.
So the dish that exemplifies this is 番茄炒蛋 or tomato omelette in the Chinese cuisine.
Yeah, okay.
The tomatoes that we are using for 番茄炒蛋 is normally not the greatest. It's supermarket, it's pale, it's whatever. And these tomatoes are such because they are plucked before they are ripe. You need to pluck them before they are ripe so that they can survive on the supermarket shelf. So in that process, you're depriving it its full nutrients. It didn't have the luxury of going to its best point.
Sure.
So it did not. It had not developed the glutamates that it would ideally have.
Okay.
So at that cooking process, you add it back in. So you give it a little bit of help.
Yep.
So that you get the dish as it was intended. If you're gonna do 番茄炒蛋 with like Marzano, Italian like tomatoes, like top quality, right?
Yeah.
You don't need MSG. Like they're so packed with glutamates. Is my opinion.
Yeah.
And then there's the health side of MSG that is severely misunderstood and disproven already.
Okay, wait, hello.
Yeah.
What do you mean disproven already? Because everybody says it's unhealthy for you.
This is a bit spicy, but MSG was born out of racism.
Okay, that part
Oh,
I
come on,
didn't know.
dude. You open your mouth now. Explain.
Back then, the origin of it was a medical journal, and then a professor just wrote casually about having eaten at a Chinese restaurant and reporting certain symptoms. He said in his journal entry that this is just anecdotal, nothing has been proven, and it's just me saying.
Yeah.
But a journal took that, or publication took that and ran with it. And then they said that, this professor said that there's this, and they coined it Chinese restaurant syndrome.
Oh, wow.
And this is in retaliation to the point where Chinese restaurants are making it to the US and doing rather well from themselves because they are cheap and they have, thousands of years of culinary wisdom.
It's tasty food. They just basically have tasty food.
So then everybody ran with that, and then it became a irreversible sort of damage that even now our parents believe it.
It became very ingrained.
It became very ingrained.
So really, it's not as bad for you as they say.
So since then, if you go and check the scientific journals, they have disproven it again and again.
Yes. So like all those so-called symptoms that people mention, like, I take MSG.
Headaches,
all that.
I feel very off. It could actually be very sort of like a placebo kind of like a ghost symptom.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
I leave some space for people to have their personal allergies. Maybe everybody has their stuff.
Understood.
But by and large, according to the data, there is no such effect. But that's the health side of it. I don't want to speak too much. But the culinary side of it, I'm pretty sure if you're going to cook, right, anybody listening to this, go and cook with MSG. Tell me it makes your food better.
I'll tell you this. It
better.
actually is really good in drinks as well.
Drinks?
Yes.
What?
Somebody has actually made a syrup and added it to drinks, and it's really good. Very interesting. But yes, we are going to head back on air right now. We'll talk more about the battle of the Bak Chor Mees. Come and join us on 1FM 91.3.
Wow, that's something.
FD has been shook.
That whole MSG just threw me off because I'm sorry I'm sorry for my ignorance. I did not know that.
So we just came off from our Facebook Live discussion, and of course, FD, you brought up about the use of MSG in cooking, right?
Yeah.
And it was a very interesting discussion because that's where I feel about it. So I feel like, thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Everyone thought I was crazy, but no.
But there is the negative side. There is the negative side of if you put MSG, you're likely to sell more. The savory, it makes everything more obvious.
Absolutely.
It brings everything up.
Yeah.
But if you use too much, then it gets very your tongue starts tingling.
Yeah.
It gets quite overwhelming. Like there is a kind of umami that, at least to me, right, doesn't belong. Like it after you have cooked for a long while and you see how dishes come out after you have brought them through, right?
Yeah.
there is a natural way of how things are supposed to taste. Yeah.
But it's like MSG. I mean, I'm just happy that MSG is no, we're kind of clearing up the misconceptions that people have towards it, health wise, and also in cooking as well. But like you pointed out on our Facebook Live, go and check out the video later. That MSG. It's a highlight. You can't overdo it. Just with any seasoning, don't overdo it.
It's just another seasoning.
It's a balance, but there must be balance. Don't go heavy-handed with it. And of course,
Okay, question on our Facebook. Feng Shan Bak Chor Mee with meatballs and minced pork. Have you tried it? In soup?
Not in the series, because this series, my Bak Chor Mee series, I exclude all soup versions.
So
in order to make it a meaningful, comparison.
That will be in the next series, right?
Someone's
soup Bak Chor Mee.
Maybe a special episode.
A special episode. Someone's asking if you're Teochew or not.
Oh. What's
Wow.
your dialect group?
I actually am.
Oh!
But not that is any meaning to me. I don't follow any any customs.
I just
or
want to ask
anything.
this question. Jill, was that your mother? No. Okay, not your mother. Okay. Because I know Jill's mother gets involved sometimes. What's the most unusual or surprising bak chor mee you've tried?
Ooh, two of them.
Okay.
Two of them recently, which I was very, very happy about, because I grew up in Singapore. Right, I had hundreds of plates of bak chor mee prior to this.
Yes, sure.
And then these two bowls, showed me something I've never seen before. Number one is 25 at Bukit Merah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
they serve their bak chor mee with this soup that is very porky and it's super murky.
Okay.
And the main flavors are tipo, which is dried sole, a very classic ingredient in Teochew cuisine and in bak chor mee.
Okay.
So
okay.
the soup is very strong and it's a bit smoky, it's a bit funky. Some people love it, some people may not like it. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
And the other,
Yeah.
and the
Teochew
other
boy,
one?
that's right.
And the other one,
Yeah, you're right.
and I'm surprised the other one took me so long, is Mui Seong. So Rong Fa Mui Seong at Maddox. So that's also in Bukit Merah.
Okay.
Where they serve super thick liver. Like, I want to say almost 1 cm. So that when you go that thick, there's a lot of satisfaction in the liver. But that also really tests your skill.
Yeah.
Because you must nail the doneness. Too little and it's food poisoning.
Sure.
Too much and it's chalky and
Correct.
metallic
And
and nobody likes
Sure,
it.
sure.
Okay. 3 episodes of your Hunter out already. Is it right? 3 out already?
Yeah, 3.
You kind of hinted that you have a strong top 3.
Yeah. Okay, I said that the 2 that I just mentioned to you most likely might be in the top 5.
Okay.
Might be in the top 5. But that is I said that prior to going into Central.
Yeah.
Which everybody knows there are a lot of strong contenders there.
Yeah. I love the way this man does not give anything away.
So we want to thank you so much for joining us here on 1FM.
Thank
But the talk is
you.
not over. We're going to head over to our Facebook Live. Actually, we're going to ask you if you could design your own dream Bak Chor Mee stall, what would it be? So come and join us on Facebook Live to find out the answer. Thank you so
Mornings are now
much.
the best. The Flying Dutchman.
Okay, if you could design your dream Bak Chor Mee stall.
What
Stall?
would be in it?
Or your dream Bak Chor Mee.
Dream Bak Chor Mee. Oh my god. Oh
Yeah,
my
not stall,
god.
just the dream Bak Chor Mee. What would be in it?
I will talk about the specialties. Specialties, sorry.
Okay.
It would be very funky. So one of the lines, I'm talking about flavor profile. I'm not talking about music playing and everything.
No, flavor profile. Yeah.
One of the lines I draw between fishball noodles and bak chor mee
Okay.
is that fishball noodles, the flavor profile is more tame.
Okay.
They usually go less on the tipo, the vinegar, and they don't have liver. These are the factors that I sort of separate the 2 dishes.
Okay.
So my version of bak chor mee will probably rely very heavy on that. So it might be a very smoky, very unique flavor. I will try to pursue that, something that I really enjoy.
Okay.
And then that will be the dish.
Okay.
As for how to do it, I'm still in the process. So I'm trying all the best bak chor mees, right? At the same time, I'm also asking my viewers, like, how does this place do it?
Okay.
One thing that I'm actually very interested in if anybody knows how to do it, please DM me on IG, is how does Rong Fa Mui Seong, this brand, do their livers? Because if you go thick, right, there is a lot of risk of it just smelling bad.
Yeah.
So there must be some sort of treatment to it and some sort of technique behind cooking it.
Wow.
Because if you cut the cross section of their liver, right, it's almost one very nice light shade of pink.
Yeah.
So and I have to
they nail
imagine
it every time.
Yes.
They
I have
nail
to
it every
imagine
time.
there's some sort of like marination plus, treatment with baking soda or
Yeah.
something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody knows, please.
Okay, 2 more questions for you. This is quick fire. We're doing this with all our guests now.
Yeah.
What is your ultimate comfort food?
I think I was asked this recently, and then my answer was like, if you ask me tomorrow, my answer might change.
Yeah.
So what is it today?
Today.
What is it today?
Yeah.
What is it today?
Ultimate comfort food.
I would say,
Like for me, it's roti prata, no matter
Okay,
what.
how would you eat it? Like roti prata with the fish curry?
With fish
or the
curry.
chicken?
Yeah, it must be fish curry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that.
cai fan.
Chai fan.
Okay.
Cai fan.
Okay.
I had this thought, I think 2 days back. I think that if you give a homesick Singaporean overseas, like a packet of cai fan in the styrofoam, right?
Yeah.
In the red plastic bag, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think they might cry.
I think they
you know
would.
What? Yeah.
And then
think
you
they
open
would.
up, and then it's that sausage potato stir fry.
Yeah.
I think they will really cry.
Goodness.
That
You know
is so
what?
true.
Wow, would it be possible? Now you're making me think, if I ever go overseas and I visit a
Yeah.
friend, right? Would I be
Yeah.
able to, like, just vacuum pack it in
Or,
that-
or you just bring the styrofoam box, and then the rest of it you can cook. As in, it's
You
like
cook at home,
the type, you just ketchup
Oh,
and then
effort, man, effort.
Okay, so you've done all this research on Asian food, right?
yeah.
But I'm sure you've eaten your fair amount of Western food as well in your life.
Yes.
A fair amount, right?
Yes.
So
I'll
let's
say.
let's settle the debate. Huh?
Uh,
This in your mind, East or West?
Oh, Lord. He nearly fell off his chair, you know.
I just want to
He
say
nearly
Jill
fell
put
off
this
his
question in.
Wow.
Huh? Straight.
Yeah, you see, not claiming any
I'm not claiming it.
responsibilities.
No,
Like,
but East or
Gillian,
West?
Gillian.
I said my personal take for variety alone, it has to be East. I feel.
Yes.
But some of those Western flavors are to die for, man.
my line of thinking is the East has a lot of culinary wisdom.
Yeah.
It's thousands of years
Yeah.
of
Very
improving
true.
and then building on what your ancestors have given you.
Yeah.
But most of this cuisine is born out of poverty. It's out of a lack of ingredients and then making do with what you have.
Right.
Whereas the Western, I would obviously there is still, certain dishes that are born out of poverty. But I would characterize it as more abundance.
Yeah.
The usage of meat and more expensive ingredients is more obvious.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To speak very generally
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
like top level.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you can contest this very easily.
Yeah. So
That's it.
yeah, that's it.
That's it. I have to go east.
You have to go east,
I have
right?
to go east.
Lavinia?
No, but if you think about it, right? You say from the eastern side, we have like, the Hainanese Western food, right? You know what I mean? So we're actually taking a lot of like
Yes.
Western inspiration.
But that
and
was
we've made
born
it
out
our
of
own. No, because
British
we were,
colonization.
Yeah.
which is very interesting in itself. I
Yeah,
mean, like,
for
can
sure.
we say the same for the reverse? You know what I mean? If you just have a quick think about it. Yeah.
Orange chicken.
Yeah.
The what will be so like
I guess so.
Yeah,
but-
when we go there.
Yeah.
We've got a whole cuisine, you
Yeah.
know.
Absolutely.
So I think I'll go with East as well.
Okay,
for
so we're
myself.
all agreed it's
Yeah.
East. Sorry, Westerners. Really,
goodness.
really sorry.
We're living in the right part
Yeah.
of the
Yes,
world.
we are.
Hey, great.
Alderic, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us once again.
Thank you
man.
for having me back again.